The views, opinions, and statements expressed in this program are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Anything Entertainment Network.
You know already what the hottest podcast is in the world, the Brik Talks podcast. And so we're on Anything Entertainment Network. Make sure you download that and share it with all your friends. And come out and check out some of the conversations that we're having. We got some really riveting conversations. We're talking about community. We're talking about culture. We're talking about loving and helping one another to just build a great community and to build great surroundings in our community. Make sure you look for us on YouTube. We're on social media. Keep building, y'all. Keep it Brik. We have Miss Sweet Potato Pie, Dianne Snowden-Johnson, with us today in the building. Yes, and we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, so you've been pouring into children and families for over 28 years.
Yes.
Okay, so what first sparked Miss Sweet Potato Pie?
Well, you know, I always love to do parties, and I always love to entertain kids, and I hit up another person that was doing clowning. His name was Jazzwell the Clown.
Jazzwell.
Yes, and he gave me the information of how to get started. I went and took a couple of classes, learned how to twist the balloons up, and got started. Yes.
Yeah, that was great of you too, because I think most people, like for me, I like to do little classes. Like I'll go take classes. I took a class in biscuit making one time, right? I find places around Rochester. We have all kinds of arts and things like that. But a lot of people don't do that. So I'm glad to hear you say, hey, I took a balloon twisting class.
Yes, I did.
Hey, you always never stop learning. Never stop learning. Right, right. And so did you ever imagine that it would grow into such a powerful tool as it did?
Back then, when I created Miss Sweet Potato Pie, I already knew at that time that Miss Sweet Potato Pie was going to grow. Yes, I knew. I already knew. It's consistency. You have to just stay at it, keep going. I don't care how many years it takes. Most people become millionaires when they're in their 50s.
Yeah, well,
but I'm not. But you know, I'm not 50.
Right,
I'm
I know you're still in it. Oh,
I'm still 30.
So yeah, woo.
So it's gonna take me a while.
It's gonna take a while to get to that. Okay, but you're going. You're headed in the right direction. That's for sure. Ooh, that was a good one, Miss Sweet Potato Pie. You hear y'all, sweeties? Don't y'all know, right?
You know, characters, their ages don't.
That's right. They don't. It doesn't.
Right.
They stay the same.
Dr. Seuss, Mickey Mouse, everybody age.
Yes.
Stay the same.
Yes. Okay, I got you. I got you.
It's magical.
It is magical. So you've mastered the art of blending education and entertainment, and that is what we call edutainment. Yes, and you're an edutainer.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and that is such a powerful tool for reaching children,
yes,
right?
It is.
Especially in underserved communities. Yes. And how do you feel like the children respond to this particular style of teaching? Edutainment, yes.
They don't even realize that they're learning and having so much fun.
Right.
Yeah, they don't even realize that they're learning at the same time. Just being creative, just inspiring kids. And, you know, I invest in the children that I'm in front of, whether I'm a pre-K teacher or whether I'm a Sweet Potato Pie. I'm always trying to make learning and fun.
Yeah. So how exactly does it work? I know you said that they can pick the book. Yes. So there's characters.
Yes.
And then they become the character. Do they recreate the character, or do they kind of hit from the ground running? Or
so I have my fashion show, which I know that's what you're referring to. My second annual Books and Brilliance fashion show.
Yes.
And the kids get to pick their favorite book.
Okay.
So they pick their favorite book and they become the character in the book. So let's just say if they pick Miss Sweet Potato Pie book.
Okay.
They're going to become Miss Sweet Potato Pie. They're going to live through the book. They're going to read the book. They're going to live through the book. And that's so exciting to just see kids bring, you know, the reading book alive. Yes.
And it gives them a chance to be creative.
Yeah.
And you see what they come up with too.
And then that includes parents and parents' engagement. Just investing in their kids and helping them bring the book to life.
Right. And that's probably helping a lot of their parents as well.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't read. I mean, I was raised reading. It was a part of our curriculum in school, you know, and things like that. But a lot of people are not interested in reading. I mean, and I can't say that I was either at the time. I was like, how many books I have to read this summer?
I know.
But it was so, I mean, it's really changed my life though, because I think as time went on and even in adulthood, I would still grab a book and snuggle up and get me, you know, and read a book and get all immersed into the characters and into what they're doing. Yeah, I love that.
And you know, like nowadays with so much social media and different things out, you know, kids sometimes don't find time to sit down and just read a book. Right. So that's why we have to get our parents involved in sitting down, maybe read a book before the kids go to bed. Right. You read it, let them read it, y'all read it together. Yes. Ask them questions. Just make sure that you invest in your kids and get them to reading. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
remember a young lady, she had for her baby shower. Mm-hmm. And she asked for people to bring books for her to read to the baby.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And I had never seen, I thought that was so, you know, that was interesting to me. I had never seen that before, but that was a really good idea. And everybody bought like different, it was good to see like the different types of books that people bought in for her to read to the baby.
That's awesome.
Okay. So let's see. So Miss Sweet Potato Pie World recently became a physical space.
That's right.
Okay. All right. And where learning came alive.
That's right.
Okay. So what were some of the biggest challenges and the biggest victories of bringing this to a real world vision?
So the biggest challenge was just letting people know that this is a location, Miss Sweet Potato Pie World, and what happens in it, especially with an edutainment place, because I don't think there's any edutainment places at the time when I opened up Miss Sweet Potato Pie World, except like the Strong Museum. Mm-hmm. But to come to have your birthday party, have do things that entertain you and educate you at the same time, how to make slime, how to do this, how to do robotics, all kind of different things that we had going on in our place. Then we had a corner that you could go and read a book. So you had to read the book before you went to the fun side. Oh, okay. And the fun side had the bounce houses on and the arcade games, you know, stuff like that. So that's edutainment, like entertaining the kids, letting them have fun. And they were so happy to get to that books to read the book. Right. Like, oh, do I have to read the book first to go?
Because they were trying to get to the good part. I know that's right.
Yes.
Okay. So as you mentioned, the Brooks and Brilliance Literacy Through Fashion Show, second annual fashion show. Okay. And so that's a creative way to celebrate reading. And I think you may have already touched on this, but what inspired the idea?
Okay. So the idea came from God. Mm-hmm. We always got to say that. Not that we have to say that first. That is to be said first. It came from God, and I just decided to just follow the footsteps and to do it. The ideal of bringing the books through life with kids was like a no-brainer. It was like, okay, so you're an edutainer. How can you create a show that kids would be interested in and kids would have fun? So it was overnight. I just thought of it. Let's just bring the book to life.
Okay.
It just came
to you and you just ran with it.
Yes, and I just ran with it.
Yes, and I think it's just that simple sometimes. I think we second guess ourselves and I think sometimes because people say, oh no, that's not a good idea or that's not something that you should do.
There's a lot of people that's at home living in fear. There's a lot of people at home never follow their dreams.
Right.
There's a lot of people right now that might be watching us that grew up with us and they just go to work every day and come on home. I decided that if I'm going to live one life, I'm going to live it and doing what I like.
Because this is not a dress rehearsal.
What?
This is the only time.
The only time.
That we know of.
Get up, follow your dreams.
And follow your dreams, you better.
That's
and don't let nobody stop you or discourage you from anything that you choose that you want to do.
And it doesn't matter where you live at. So sometimes we get caught up. And this happened to me. We get caught up into the city that we're in. But now when social media came out, I was like, what? I could be all over the world. Right. I was interviewing people in Africa. I was like, hey, I'm a sweet potato pie. So just going all over the world using social media as that tool, it's unbelievable.
Yes.
So now you could be right in your home.
Right. And you can be
all over the world at the same time.
Well, actually, the Anything Entertainment Network is in how many countries are? Over 80. So this interview will be available in over 80 countries.
Now they're going to know about Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
They're going to know about Miss Sweet Potato Pie. They better get that translation.
That's right. Hey.
Okay. And so what changes have you seen in the children who participate? I know you said some of the children have kind of grown up into. Okay, so tell me about
many kids. It's so funny that that you mentioned that because I'm to my second generation, and I'm still 30. Okay.
I know you.
Okay, I got to keep saying that.
Okay, I got it.
I see a lot of kids that grew up on me, and I actually have as one of my students. her mom was one of my students when she was small, and now I have the daughter. So it's so fun. Yes, and it's so funny because a lot of kids that have grown up on Miss Sweet Potato Pie, that I have inspired, that I have taught, that I have entertained, and promoted reading to, it has really changed their lives, because now when I even see them today, they're like, oh my God, I still love you, Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
How could they help but not to love
that love into them?
Yes, you absolutely do.
I'm still doing it.
Yes, and every time I see you, I always got a smile on your face. You're always very warm and welcoming.
Just the little things can inspire kids. So if you see a sad kid, just walk up to him and say, oh my God, I like your hair.
Right.
I like your clothes.
Right.
Why are you so handsome? Why are you so pretty? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, say stuff like that to kids.
We need more of that.
And then tap into, this is a great book you need to read, or this is something, like that's how you inspire kids to want to do something. First, you have to big them up. You have to get to their level. You have to let them know that you care.
Yes.
That there's somebody special.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only way we're going to change the next generation. We have to get off of us.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that's in the field that's educated, and they are moved up the ladder, but they can't relate to kids, and they can't relate to people, lower level than them, because they're so high up there. But they have to know, in order to reach them, you have to go down to someone's level. You have to be able to communicate. I can go around anywhere in the community and be able to communicate with kids. And so I like that. I don't never want to be so big that I can't communicate or come down to a kid's level to build them up.
Where you came from.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's the only way you're going to build them up. You got to reach them.
Yeah. I think that tends to happen more so even with the children, right?
Yeah.
But also just with us as people.
Yeah.
We don't compliment enough. It's always, something. And I think a lot of times people need that little sense of knowing, and I know that we're talking about children, but I think we also need to do that with each other
because
too.
I have adults now that I know.
Because sometimes you just need a hug, or you just need to know that you're doing okay. There's different levels in life, and I think we're always going to face some difficulties, and we can use a little support.
Yeah, because I know a lot of different people in different places, and and they still and they might still today, and I've ran into that. They look down on me as Miss Sweet Potato Pie. I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on, oh, she's asking us to sponsor this. She's asking us, like they'll already done. Got to a certain level and really forgot, themselves in between that. And at the end of the day, I stay positive. I big up people.
Yes.
I big up people. No matter what your position is. I'm like, go ahead. You're the CEO or what? Like I'm bigging them up because I already know where I'm going.
Right.
I already know what this is going to be about.
Right.
So those people that look down on you and look down on kids, you have to just move past them
and pray for them.
Yeah,
because when the same people you pass going up, it's the same people you're gonna pass going down. And some people they don't love themselves, and so they find love in external things. So their position, their title, and things like that.
Let's put this kid down.
Yeah, they deflect.
Yes.
And that's okay, but they need to figure that out too, because I don't care where you work or how much money you make or what your status, so-called status is. That's not what we're supposed to do with each other. We're supposed to love each other. We support each other.
That's right.
And if we're not doing that, then what?
That's right.
We ain't doing nothing.
So, and if you find yourself in a position that people are not bigging you up or making you feel like you belong, or your ideal is like something special, you have to learn how to believe in yourself, because you cannot wait for somebody to clap for you. You got to clap for yourself. Right. When I wake up in the morning, I'll be like, clap, clap, clap. Okay?
Right. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are beautiful, you are able, right? That you are worthy. That's the thing.
You got to learn how to big yourself up. Stop waiting for somebody. You'll be waiting forever.
Right. And if you don't spend time, working on yourself and following your dream and always waiting for somebody else to do that.
If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you.
They won't.
So that's why when I say Miss Sweet Potato Pie, I'll be like, Miss Sweet Potato Pie, hey, follow me, because I know that this is something that this is my baby. This is something that's going to grow. Yeah. And it's here for the kids. Yeah. Yes.
And that's what we need to do, is make sure that, because they the ones, we are stepping into some certain shoes. I know you're not, because you're in your 30s, but for us, for the lay people, we stepping into some areas where we have to be, monarchs in our families and things like that. Yes. So it's time for us to lead.
For people to follow their dreams. There's so many people that I grew up with.
Yeah.
That they go to work every day, never followed their dreams, never lived their life, never did what they wanted to do in life. And we only have one time here.
This is not a dress rehearsal.
What?
And I don't want to have regrets.
No.
So that's why I said, and I'm with you. When God said, "Hey, this is what I want you to do," and I was like, "Are you sure?"
I just do it.
Yeah. Now I just go with it, and it's whatever.
It's a conflict of interest. I'm like, it's a conflict of your interest.
But it's working for my interest.
But I know that's right.
Right. Okay. That's right, Dianne. I love you. All right. So with the SoulFoodBabies Book Club.
Yeah.
Okay. You've created a culturally rooted space for young readers.
Yes.
Okay. So why is representation in children's literature so important? And how does it shape confidence and identity?
Yes, it's very important because our kids need to see positive images of themselves.
Well, is this it or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it this one or that? Clock or?
And our children need to hear stories that are created and made by African American authors and all authors. Don't get me wrong, but we're talking about our kids right now, and they need to see that positive images of themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, and through books.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think a lot of times we're raised. And we just coming out of Black History Month. So, and that's a shout out to Black History.
Yeah.
But Black History is every day. Yes, it's everyday history because everything around you has some element of
sweet
blackness.
Potato pie is
it's definitely. Right.
If it ain't on your table.
Right. Not pumpkin.
I know.
But sweet potato.
Pie.
Yes. And there is some tricks to that. So, but we have to, I think what I was saying was, I think that, being raised and being taught about slavery, right? I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
But that was that could have been very disheartening, especially if that's all you've been taught, because everybody is not a descendant. Every Black person you see is not a descendant of a slave. And so, and I think that was the most important thing for me to learn, and not that I don't respect what happened in, during that time, but we have to also look at some of the other great things that we've done too in mathematics and sciences and things like that. So not just what we went through as a group of people.
But we never want to forget.
But we don't want to forget it. That's right.
Never want to forget because they're trying to erase that.
Yeah.
They're trying to erase that out of our education process. They're trying to erase that. And we have to always remember that if you don't know where you came from, then you'll repeat it again.
Yeah, you will.
You can't skip it. A lot of cultures want us to skip it so that they can repeat it.
Right.
So it's best for us to know so that we won't repeat it again.
That's true.
Yes.
And I think that while we're doing that, with the caveat that we also recognize our greatness.
Yes.
And where we came from, kings and queens and emperors and empresses. And not just ghetto slums and hoodlums. We're not just divas and thugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you look up those words, you'll find that they're not really complimentary.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be something that we'll look up diva and look up thug and see if that's what you want to still consider yourself as. And I don't know, that might be old school now. I'm not sure. Stuff move real fast past me. Okay, so yes, because it shapes confidence and their identity. Yeah. Okay, so and your work has impacted multiple generations of families, which that. Not just like you just said, you have children and their parents, and that can you share a moment of your story that reminded you that this is why I did this?
Oh my God, I get it every day. I get a reminder every day. If they're not sharing my things on Facebook going, oh my God, where's Miss Sweet Potato Pie? Oh, I haven't seen her in a while. Or they're sharing and saying, oh, I loved her when I was little. I see them in the stores, everywhere I go. Oh my God, is that Miss Sweet Potato Pie? I love you. Like I get reminders every day, like more than ever now. Lately, it's just people walking up to with their kids, like, oh my God, Miss Sweet Potato Pie, you inspired me so much when I was little. And so, I mean, I bump into it every day.
Yes.
I could be riding down the street and Miss Sweet Potato Pie, going to the store, Miss Sweet Potato Pie. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, even even out of costume.
Right,
Because
right.
you know, just in case little kids are watching this, you know, when I eat the pie, I turn into Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
I forgot. Okay, I remember that. I remember that. Yes,
You know, it's magical.
Magical. That's it. Right. And, you know, I mean, even with your children, your daughter, she's professionally trained dancer, and she has her group. Is she still doing that?
The Sweet Dancers at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes. And then your son, even with his travel groups and things like that, like they're inspiring and teaching people to do some other things.
Awesome promoter. He has his clothing line. Yes. We don't hate, we just hustle.
That's right.
Yes. We have Rhythm and Booze, his party.
Okay. Yeah. So you
know I'm going to plug in my kids.
You got to plug them. That's why I brought it up. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right. So let's see. Looking ahead.
Yes.
Okay. As you expand your program and invite guest readers.
Yes.
What is the ultimate dream for Miss Sweet Potato Pie world?
The ultimate dream is to be all over the world. Maybe for like Tyler, to meet like Tyler Perry. And then he's going to like say, oh, you know what? You could come down here to Tyler Perry Studios and you can, you know, we can help launch this off the ground.
Yeah, and get a Miss Sweet Potato Pie movie.
Oh, yes.
You can do a Miss.
So the ultimate goal is just to be all over the world educating kids, for you to subscribe to my channel so that it can move forward, for kids to come and to buy my books, just to think of me, and not to think of me, but to just know that Miss Sweet Potato Pie can just be all over the world. Okay. Yes.
All right. And you are on YouTube. Do you do?
I'm on YouTube. I have my YouTube station. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I just started my Twitter account. So I just have to get more consistent and putting out some work, and that's it. That's okay. So let it grow.
It's take baby steps.
Yeah.
Make sure that we have all the information so we can make sure that we advertise that with you. And so, because what is the legacy that you hope to leave for the future?
Oh, boy, I hope to leave. That's a good question. Oh, boy, I hope to leave that for the next generation, that Miss Sweet Potato Pie was here. She loved kids. She loved to entertain children. She wants you to learn how to read, how to feel value. Remember to love yourself. And for the next generation, because, you know, I have a mascot. So just to carry it on, like Mickey Mouse. Right?
Yes.
Miss Sweet Potato Pie world. Can you imagine a Miss Sweet Potato Pie world?
Yes.
Like a Disney world?
I could.
Can you imagine that?
That's
right.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. It's going to happen. You already spoke it. So it's in the atmosphere. Yes. What are you holding there?
This is my book, Miss Sweet Potato Pie book. And you can get a copy of this book on Amazon, and my t-shirts that I'm going to be giving out for the show.
Okay.
And for the kids to see.
Okay. So, and where is Miss Sweet Potato Pie world located?
So Miss Sweet Potato Pie world is located. I'm remote right now. Remember, because we were in Marketplace Mall. Everybody had to leave Marketplace Mall. So I'm hoping to find a home soon. I want to buy my own place right now. So I want to buy my own building. It's that time. Okay. And right now we're just going to be remote, moving all over the place, moving all over the world, promoting our literacy component to my business, and moving forward.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish you well, and I appreciate you coming by.
That's right. Hey,
yes, ma'am.
Sweet Potato Pie.
And I will see you at the event.
That's right. You sure will be. Right. Front row.
Thank you. I'll be front. Well, it depends now, because y'all. Where do we get the tickets?
Up. You have to come dressed up. Because it's dressing for success.
Okay, all right.
There's no hoodies, there's no sneakers, there's none of that.
Okay. Well, a fashion show, you should be,
That's right. So if we want to, we want to hype our kids up and show them what success looks like if they're going to read. Right. Then we need to show them what success looks like when they become successful.
That's true. Right? That's true. No pajamas and bonnets.
No, you got to bring it.
You got to bring it.
Because Miss Sweet Potato Pie going to bring it.
Of course you will. You always have.
I'm about to have a whole new costume, everything. Let them know. You know how T.I. just came. Okay, let me stop.
Right.
So
thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us today. Yes. And we ask you to always go forward, spread some love, spread some education.
That's right.
Inspire somebody.
That's
Tell
right.
somebody how great they look, or
share this.
It's of course you can share it. Right?
Be like, hey, she been waiting.
Tag Tyler.
Tag Tyler. Be like, Tyler.
She said tag Tyler.
We got to have Miss Sweet Potato Pie. We got a Miss Rachel, and we don't got a Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
Do you know and Miss Monica?
Oh yes, I love that.
I love Miss Monica.
We have a lot of positive other African American people that's coming out with their new things, and they're awesome.
So
but
if
they
you
still
have
don't have Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
They don't have Miss Sweet Potato Pie. So if you have some things that you've put together, some educational pieces, let's talk to her and
get my YouTube page.
Okay. All right. What's your YouTube page? What's
Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
Okay.
Facebook, Miss Sweet Potato Pie. Instagram,
Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
Twitter,
Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
TikTok,
Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
Hey, Miss Sweet Potato Pie.
Thank you for joining us. Please spread some love. And remember, we're building resilience and we're inspiring consciousness one person at a time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Continue to love. You know already what the hottest podcast is in the world. The Brik Talks podcast. And so we're on Anything Entertainment Network. Make sure you download that and share it with all your friends. And come out and check out some of the conversations that we're having. We got some really riveting conversations. We're talking about community. We're talking about culture. We're talking about loving and helping one another to just build a great community and to build great surroundings in our community. Make sure you look for us on YouTube. We're on social media. Keep building, y'all. Keep it Brik.